Some of you were here last week, and you may know this, so sing along. Welcome to Unity of Nashville. And yes, we have 6 days until this wonderful event. And I want you to give Judy Blackwelder another applause because that's an anthem for all of this. That's an anthem for us to sing together about choosing peace, and the time is now. And our purpose is very clear. And so today, I want you to know we have somebody extremely special here. And her name is Jonelle Mosser, and she's going to be doing music for us today. She is very special, and this whole thing is very much a part of her heart also. You will be able to tell by the songs that she sings. And so before we get started with that, I think Tanya has an opening prayer treatment for us, and then Jonelle will open you up with a song that she collaborated and wrote herself.
Let us pray. The all-guiding spirit that is one with everything in this universe, the interconnectedness that brings us all together, the oneness that shows itself as grace. Grace at every turn, grace without works, grace without effort, just because I am. As I am one with this grace, this all-givingness of spirit, so is every being, everything, every entity, every energetic anything is also one with the great presence and power that is all peace, all love, all, just all. And what I know in this moment is all is well. All is perfect and complete. All is as I am, as we are. And we choose. We choose to be who we fully are. Fully divine, fully human. And what I know is that we are blessed in that choosing. Everything we do, everything I do, everything you do, everything all the earth does is in that same flow. And for that, I'm so grateful. Grateful in this knowing, grateful in this showing, grateful in this glowing, and allowing this word to be the word of the law of mind action, the law of God in action, the flow of Spirit. And we all say together, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning, friends. So glad to see you. I must say, this beautiful place I haven't been in a while. And I brought my friend Joe Fleming to play guitar for me. So I wrote this song with Earl Bud Lee and Don Pedigo. We actually only wrote one of the verses together. I had him for a short time. But I think you'll get it. Please, anybody who wants to sing along is welcome. No. That kind of love goes a long way. Everyone's worried about having enough today. Selfish and frightened, we hold tight, so no one will take it away. But once in a blue moon, a kindness is done, one you could never repay. And you wonder why someone would help you out. That kind of love goes a long way. This is the truth, you can have it for free. Have it for free, my friends. Take it or leave it, oh, but believe it, it all measures out in the end. There's no denying that love is a choice, day by day by day. You spoke up for someone who had no voice. That kind of love goes a long way. A long way. A long way. I can't imagine a world without you. A world without you would be wrong. I don't have to wonder just where you come from, 'cause it doesn't matter at all. 'Cause there's no denying a heart big as yours, a heart big as yours, so brave. Courage to step in and save the day. That kind of love goes a long way. Oh, that kind of love goes a long way. There you go.
So, Unity of Nashville, good morning. Good morning. That's what I like to hear. It is time for your announcements. I'm Tanya Miller-Heyer, and I'm helping your announcements today. First of all, we have a volunteers orientation for the Nashville Chooses Peace coming up. Now, I know y'all have heard us harping on this for a month. Does anybody know what Nashville Chooses Peace is? Just a few of you. Well, I hope all of you know what that is, because it's going to be wonderful. And so we're having a check-in meeting after service today, our celebration service, which is right now, just making sure you're orientated, right? Yes, that's right. So Nashville Chooses Peace, you guys, we have to show up, okay? We have to show up. We have to help. This is our big, big event. And Dr. Judy is just so generous. and offering her leadership, and Reverend Denise. This is a huge, huge opportunity for us. So you need to be here Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the very least. Can you do that? Anybody? 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 See? Now your friends are doing it. Now who doesn't have their hand up, okay? That's the person you need to talk to and make sure they know what's happening. All right, youth ministry. Come on up, Alyssa. We've got some wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day excitement. Come on up. Am I supposed to talk until you get here? Okay, all right.
You could sing. Tanya's a good singer. She could sing for us while we walk up. Good morning. We are your youth ministry, and we are continuing to dive in and celebrate the divine feminine with you all. And we want to remind you of our youth ministry Mother's Day initiative. Our very own Mandy Whitley, best known as Liam's mom, has offered her professional services as her gift to mothers and children of all ages. We had my mom here today because Deb Clark had to work, so we cruised on into her spot so she can come next week with her grown son. We've got a few spots left. I think there are 2 left for Mandy to get, maybe 1 now. Get your picture taken here on our beautiful campus. And we hope you'll take us up on this incredible offering from our lead youth ministry volunteer. Sign up in Fillmore Hall today at the meeting. Next, we are reminding you of our Nashville Chooses Peace initiative, and we invite you to join. We know how well the Martin Luther King Jr. Day Bake-Off went and what a success it was, so we're asking for your incredible talents in the kitchen one more time. Bake up something delicious and hand-sized that your youth ministry can serve at our Nashville Chooses Peace Festival. If you're volunteering and you're coming on Friday for setup, you can bring it then. We're going to be baking peace cookies today and freezing them immediately in Michael's awesome freezer. And we will also accept anyone coming at any point Saturday, because we're going to be located right by the Unity classroom, and we can go in there and safely and sanitarily bag and put together the goods that you bring. Our children are going to sell, interact with the community, meet some of the public, and accept love offerings to give right back to our own beloved Unity. So we thank you so much. We really hope you get to engage in this incredible event with us, and we'll be there all day with lemonade, coffee, and baked goods. We'll see you at Nashville Chooses Peace. You ready?
So I guess you all know where you're going to be Saturday, right? Does anybody not know where they're going to be Saturday? Okay, just checking. If you have any questions, who knows about Saturday? All right, there we go. Okay, ask anybody with their hand up. Okay, so yesterday, the Women of Unity welcomed the Middle Tennessee representative of the Labyrinth Society, and we built a labyrinth. And we walked, and it was beautiful. I want to thank Lynn Ann Baker from the Labyrinth Society for coming to join us. Y'all, it was fun, right? Labyrinths are really cool, so I hope you'll really help Stacy with helping to build that and jump in. That's a really cool thing we're having on campus. Also, the Nashville Chooses Peace is coming on Saturday. Did you hear that again? This Saturday. I'm just letting y'all know, and we have a special guest singer, and her name is Jo Nell Mosser. Do you know who that is? I'm telling you, if you leave here today and you don't know about Saturday, it's your own fault. Okay? We're also selling t-shirts about, guess what? Nashville Chooses Peace, that's right. And that's $10 for youth, $20 for adults. Y'all get your t-shirt now. Where are you going to be Saturday, Susan? Okay. What about Frank? Where are you going to be Saturday? Right here. That's right. Does anybody else need to be asked? Okay, I'm just one last time. Y'all, let's give ourselves a wonderful meet and greet today, and we'll just say Nashville Chooses Peace. All right?
So friends, I want to sing a song, and again, you're welcome to sing with me. This is attributed sort of to Jesse Colin Young. Yeah. Love is but the song we sing, feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or you can make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Thank you. Some may come and some may go. This will surely pass. Until the one who left us here returns for us at last. We are but a moment's sunlight fading on the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Ooh, sing it with me, friend. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Yeah. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. So listen. You hold the key to love and feel, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there in your command. Yeah. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Ooh, come on, sing it again. Come on,
Unity. Just kind of smile on you. And just a reminder that we choose peace. There is a quiet place within us where the noise of the world cannot enter, where the winds of fear grow still, and the waters of our souls remember their calm. In this sacred place, we hear the whisper, gentle, eternal, unwavering, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world gives, not fleeting, not fragile, but a peace that roots itself in truth, that breathes through every cell of our being, that calls us back to ourselves again and again and again. And so we respond with intention, with willingness, with faith. We choose peace. We choose peace when our thoughts begin to wander. We choose peace when uncertainty knocks at our door. We choose peace in the face of the unknown, trusting that we are held, guided, and sustained. Peace is not something we chase. It is something we allow. It is already here, already ours, waiting for our yes. And so we surrender. We release the need to struggle. We lay down what we no longer need to carry. In this sacred moment, we remember who we are. We are vessels of divine calm, a presence of steady light, hearts aligned with love. These words echo like a promise fulfilled. My peace I leave with you. And we receive them fully, we embody them gently, we live them boldly. Yes, we choose peace. And in the choosing, we are peace, now and forever, for our lives, for ourselves, for this moment, for our world.
So as we prepare for meditation, join Dr. Judy and I as we sing Share Peace. May the peace that passes all understanding fill my heart each day. May it overflow everywhere I go. It's a gift to give away. Share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace. I'll share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace. I'll share peace. So just in this moment, close your eyes. And just focus first on your breath. And just allow it to flow through you, easy and effortlessly. And as we focus on our breath, let's also focus on the word peace. Peace as defined by Charles Fillmore as harmonious actions, harmonious ways of being. Peace is defined by me as the perfect expression of the authentic Christed being in everyone. And as we go through the rest of this service and the rest of this day, how will I share that peace? In the silence. In the silence. May the peace that passes all understanding fill my heart, fill my mind, and fill my soul. May the peace that passes all understanding fill my heart each day. May it overflow everywhere I go. It's a gift to give away. Share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace. Oh, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace, share peace. Oh, share peace. So, you may have heard this sentence in Shamika's reading. My peace I leave with you. Most of you that have ever read the scriptures on any level know that that supposedly was what Jesus said to his disciples. And he said it to them in a time when they were struggling with what was going on in the world. I think I need to be saying that to you all today. With all that's going on in the world that we see and deal with, and how those things affect us, how do we get to that place of peace? What would that look like? Well, I'm here to tell you, and you'll get the method to my madness at the end of my lesson. Peace can change the story. There is always many stories to what's going on in the world, to what's going on in my life. I have 2 sons, and they can tell you 2 totally different stories about growing up with me and Dr. Judy. 2 totally different ones. Even in the same situation, the story was different for one than it was for the other. And so what does that mean? It means we're all wired differently. And we all have stories that we tell, and being at peace within our hearts and our minds and our souls can change the story that we start telling. Some of you know that the way I maneuver through all of my lessons is I have them out through the end of the year, believe it or not. I'm somebody that makes a plan, visions, and goes, okay, here's what we're going to do. And when Sunday afternoon is complete, I have a conversation with Holy Spirit and I say, bring it on. Whatever it is that I'm supposed to share, bring it on. Now that also includes bring on experiences for me, yay me, to experience sometimes. Knowing that peace can change a story. Well, I've had 3 examples this week, and I'm going to share them with you. Yay you, right? So, I start my week usually on Monday and Friday at the river, and it is so peaceful there, and it's just wonderful. And then I drive up here on Wednesday morning, and what do I see? Holes in walls, hammers going, saws, drills. Even in the house, you've not looked up there, but I was on my phone on Wednesday afternoon trying to talk to somebody, and I said, just a minute, and they said, what in the world is happening? And I said, I promise you I'm not in the dentist office, but I'm going in my bathroom so I can talk to you. And they were like, okay. I said, it'll probably echo. And so the whole day, and some of this week, Marcia and I have been going, okay, I'll see her in the hall, and I go, right here, right here. I choose peace. Because what I know is that progress, and Lord mercy, we're making this place so beautiful. Thank you, Michael, and all of the board and all the teams that are working. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you can applaud if you want to. It's just shift and change, and sometimes it may get uncomfortable. Anybody ever renovated your home? Yeah. It takes a longer time and more money than you ever expected, right? Yes, there you go. Well, the second one is, some of you know my mother is 94, and she's not in the best of health. And so some things are shifting and going sideways, and one of my sons was at my house last night and sharing some stuff with me, and I was like, you know, it's like, there is no good answer. There is no good answer. I don't know if Judy watched me, but I was like, okay, breathe. How am I going to get through this? Breathe. I can't control that. Breathe. And then, of course, I said my son was there. Let me back up and say we have 6 dogs at our house already. 6. Most of you are going, whoa, 6 dogs. When I first moved in with her, she had 12, so we've gotten her down to 6, okay? Yeah, you can ask her about that. Don't ask me because it wasn't pleasant. But anyway, we're down to 6. My son called us this week and said, I'm really struggling with the dog I have, and I need to know if you all can take it. Let me tell you, it's a Newfoundland. Weighs 90 pounds. We're not talking about a little poodle or something, okay? We've been doing this all week, having conversations, or we got, we choose peace, right? So we said, bring her on Saturday. So all Saturday, we've kind of processed this. What are we going to do with this dog? What are our dogs going to think about her? How's all this going to work? Well, I won't even go into all of that, but it was okay at times, not okay at times. Just like people, okay at times, not okay at times. Peace. When I'm in peace, it can change the story, because at one point in time, we have a doodle that is 90 pounds who was standing here barking at this Newfoundland that weighs 90 pounds barking. And I was standing right here with my head on both of their heads going, it's okay. And every once in a while, this one would wag her tail. I choose peace. I choose peace. So know that this morning there was still a little bit of barking, but not as much. There was more tail wagging. Peace can change a story. Are you aware of that? Last week we talked about Jesus being in the storm. And the words in the scripture were that he just stood up and went, peace be still. But if you remember my metaphysical interpretation of that, it wasn't just about a storm, it was about his disciples were all verklempt. They were mad. They were like, you're asleep, and we're about to drown. Peace be still. Peace be still. So the evening that he met with them, when they were really scared, there's something going to happen here. We don't know what's happening. The government is a mess. Does that sound familiar? We don't know what's going to happen here. And he said to them, my peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I have to be peaceful, not as the world gives to you. Because if you look out there, you might say, the world has given me something I don't want to look at, right? Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Did you hear her singing about that this morning? There's love and fear inside of all of us, and we have to make a choice in every moment. Whether we're going to be loving and peaceful or we're going to be afraid and reactive of what's going on out there. Ernest Holmes says, fear is the belief in limitation, a denial that the divine is the center and source of all good. Wow. Can you hear that? The divine is the center and source of all good, and we must do all in our power to overcome that limitation that we might feel. Perfect love does what? Cast out fear. That is, confidence overcomes the depression of doubt. Has anybody looked out in the world recently and had a little bit of doubt about what was coming down the pike, other than me? Yeah. Of course, one of my people that is my mentor says, quit looking out in the world. I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay. So faith, that to me is what it's about. And the scriptures say that faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of what? Things not seen. I want to look out there and see something different, and I'm not seeing it. But I have faith because I choose peace, that something different can begin to show up. Charles Fillmore says it a little bit differently, and I love his definition that faith is the perceiving power of the mind linked with the ability to do what? So obviously, if I have enough faith, what he's saying is I can shape substance. First this substance, and then that substance. So what does that really mean? Remember, you get to talk to each other. How do I find that kind of faith? Go. So some of us lived through this that's on the screen here. I won't tell anybody, but some of us are old enough to have lived through that, right? And she was singing about that this morning. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together and do what? Is that so hard? Doesn't sound hard. It sounded easy when she sang it, didn't it? And we all stood up and went, yay, we agree. And we're going to sing along until, you know, my place is Walmart, wherever your place is, that you have a hard time. But there's those places out in the world that we go, oh, I have to love that person. I have to be peaceful with that person. Uh-oh. The first time I ever went to a Catholic Mass was on a Christmas Eve one time. And I'd never been to one. And I really didn't ask anybody about what it was all going to be. I just went to experience because I like to do that. I like to just throw myself in the middle of something and go, okay, let me see what this is all about. And in the middle of everything, the priest said, we're going to share a moment of peace with each other. And everybody stood up and they acted like they knew what we were doing. I had no clue. But we hugged each other. A lot of times we kissed each other on the cheek, and one of us would say, peace be with you, and the other person would say, and also with you. Wow. And when it was over with, I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Of course, the next question in my mind was, what happens when they leave here, right? Because the priest was there telling you what to do right there. But say that to somebody close to you. Just don't get up, but just say, peace be with you. And so up to this event on Saturday, we have spent 3.5 months in class on Wednesday night and in here talking about who or what God is to us. My belief about some of the unpeacefulness out in the world is because some people believe that God can only be that little sliver of thing that they believe, whatever that is. And if you call it something else other than He and God, well, that ain't right, right? Right? And I was even in a ministerial association in Donaldson Hermitage one time, and we were trying, and I'm going to say trying because we never got there, to have conversations about God, and could God and Allah be the same thing? Well, no, they're praying to somebody different. I said, well, where is that somebody? Could it just be something differently that we call this energy that we say God is? And then there's all these conversations about who and what am I? And you know, in a situation when I'm meeting with other ministers and I share with them, we believe that we are the Christed ones. We are divine. I can promise you their eyes roll. Because that's not an accepted thing mainstream. You realize that? You realize that? And who or what are we? We spent a year trying to figure that out. And this is what we came up with. Sitting in groups and talking to each other, we bring light to the world by knowing, nurturing, and practicing our own divinity in community. We've got to understand that we're divine before we can practice, or before we can even know it or nurture it. Say this with me. We bring light to the world by knowing, nurturing, and practicing our own divinity. How can our mission increase our faith? And how can it change the story in our world today? This question has two parts. Go. And so this quote is from Reverend Jim Blake, who is now the CEO of Unity World Headquarters. And you know, Unity has gone through a lot of stuff. I said it's probably time for us to go through a lot of stuff because we've been alive about 150, 175 years. And in any religion or any spiritual practice, after about that time, there are splits and schisms. And people go, no, it should be like this, and somebody else says, no, it should be like this. But what I want to tell you is the more that I've listened to him talk about his vision for the future of Unity, it is wonderful. And this is a quote that he had out there the other day for all of us ministers to pontificate about, marinate on. When we do what we love, the universe will respond, opening up to support us in magical ways. I want you to hear that again. When we do what we love, not when we push against what we fear. When we do what we love, the universe will respond, opening up to us to support us in. Okay, and it's like, I know some of you don't like that word, magic, but it's really pretty amazing. Because that's really what begins to happen when you align with a purpose. Remember last week I said we were making an advanced decision to choose peace. We choose peace. And what does that do to change the story? Well, my friend Jonelle is getting ready to come up here and tell us about it in a song that is really my very favorite song that she's ever sung, and every time I hear it, it makes me want to cry again. Maybe one day we'll all be telling peace stories. Namaste.
Oh, my friend, your heart is so wonderful and your mind is too. So I first heard this song on a cassette tape. I was living in Dixon County at the time, and my friend, he wasn't my friend at the time, George McCorkle, who is one of the co-writers of this song, had sent it to me. I don't know how. And I listened to the song. I had to pull over in front of the Walmart, okay, and just listen, because and they had done a sort of Boys to Men version of it. They were pitching it to boy groups then. But I heard this song, and I heard it. I heard it. And I popped that cassette out, and there said George and a phone number. And I dialed the phone number. And he answered on the first ring, like he was sitting there waiting. Now, George McCorkle wrote, fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills. Oh, great. He's passed away now. I sang this song at his funeral. But anyway, he answers the phone. He goes, hello? I said, is this George? Yep. I said, George, this is Jonelle Mosser. He went, no. I said, it is, and I'm listening to your song Peace Stories. He went, no. I said, I am, and I'm gonna record this song. He didn't say no that time. And he was such a lovely man. But I have recorded this song twice, and both times, when I sing this song, I hear this song first. This song was written at the end of the Civil War. And I learned it when I was in 4th grade. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. Maybe one day we'll all be telling peace stories,
to our children, God willing, all over the earth. And maybe one day the world will live in love's glory, and war will be a forgotten word. Peace stories are all that will be heard. Last night I had a beautiful dream. A young boy sat on his grandpa's knee, and the old man told a story of how the world became one when the armies of all nations laid down their guns. Maybe one day we'll all be telling peace stories to our children, God willing, all over the earth. And maybe one day the world will live in love's glory, and war will be a forgotten word. Peace stories are all that will be heard. Oh, the old soldiers won't be showing their scars when the battles are all over. They'll be sharing their hearts, handing down wisdom and not hatred or fear. There will be the sound of laughter, not the silence of tears. Or maybe one day we'll all be telling peace stories to our children, God willing, all over the earth. And maybe one day the world will live in love's glory. War will be a forgotten word. Ooh, Lord, I hope and pray that one day we'll be telling peace stories to our children, God willing, all over the earth. And maybe one day the world will live in love's glory. War will be a forgotten word. Peace stories are all that will be heard. Let it begin with me.
Give Joe some love now.
Now you have another reason for coming to Nashville Chooses Peace on Saturday, because you get to hear Jonelle again. Thank you, Jonelle. Now it's time to give back to this place that we have all been blessed in today. And so if you will hold your tithes and your offerings in your hand and say the offering blessing with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as they are taking up our tithes and offerings, we'll be singing our gratitude song.
They are
we open our hands and our hearts and our minds, and we bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that these tithes and offerings bring energy of divine love into this ministry from the hearts of those who gave it. And that divine love will work through this ministry and flow back out into the world, blessing all those who are open to receive. And we know that as we give, so shall we receive, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, for that's the law, and so it is. Amen. So we're going to stand and join hands and sing the peace song and pray out.